Welcome to the Realist Life, where we talk about just the real life possibilities that may or may not happen on a regular basis. Today, we'll talk about how you are the only person in control of your own destiny. It's not your parents, it's not your government, it's not your friends, it's not the people around you, it's your own self and only you. Your parent is only going to be there for you for the first few years of your life to be your first guidance, give you advice, but most of the time we never take it, right? They can only be there for us for a measurable amount of time. They're not gonna be with us forever. So you have to take into your mind that whatever you'll be doing, if you're young right now, you have to take full responsibility of it. You have to be responsible enough. You have to actually figure it out by yourself. I mean, you don't need them. 18 years old is like somehow a legal age for a reason. You've always been wanting to be very free and very independent, and so do it right. Do it right so you do your parents a favor of letting them see that you've had it all figured out and that you're all good. It's not your government. It's not the government's fault if you're under poverty right now. Yes, we've had this crisis and we've had this unexpected time. We have this unexpected time in history that we cannot do anything but sit. We're expected to be just self-quarantining. And yes, it's so sudden, and yes, it's we're not prepared for it, and yes, it may be something that we have not expected, we have not prepared for. But if you're responsible enough, you should have already been prepared, like even for rainy days. It's something as an adult. It's something that when you actually claim to be an adult, it's something you should actually be prepared for. What if something happened? What if you just lost your job in a glance because of something that happened? If it's not because of a crisis, probably you got your boss mad, or like you got the customer mad, and the consequence is like you may lose your job. You should have been already be prepared for something like that, for something that suddenly take away your life. If you have taken responsibility of your own life early enough, you're not gonna be coming for the government, like asking for any support from the government. You're not supposed to actually be letting the whole world know that because of this crisis you're so affected. Because of this crisis you can't have anything, or don't have anything, you don't have food on your table. If you just took responsibility of your own self, when you started working, you should have already put aside something just for the emergency, just for the rainy days. Even it's so impossible that for someone who used to work, it's too impossible that you're suddenly like broke and you've got nothing. I mean, don't get me wrong. Don't think that I'm being so idealistic here, but it's in reality. Like, literally, just think about it. If you were able to be so responsible of your own self, in reality, you should not be in poverty right now. You should not be asking. You should not be begging your government. You should not be mad at your government right now. It's not the fault of your friends if you're in poverty and if you're asking help from them. You are not their responsibility. It's your own self. If you've not done yourself a favor of saving for the rainy days, don't expect your friends to actually do that for you. Don't come after them if they cannot lend you any money. Don't come after them on Facebook, on every social media, just because they cannot lend you money, because of course they have to secure themselves as well, because it's a crisis, for goodness sake. And it's not going to be the people around you's responsibility. It's not going to be your neighbor's responsibility. You cannot be like so you cannot be shouting out on Facebook about your neighbors because your neighbors cannot lend you help. It's not their responsibility to put food on your table. Better yet, to provide for if you ever have kids or what, or who else is with you. It's not gonna be the people around you who's gonna be responsible. It's not gonna be their responsibility to put food on your table. It's actually your responsibility. It's what you should have prepared for. It's what you should have done earlier when when everything's still so free and you're still working. You should have skipped that night out. You should have skipped that lunch out. You should have skipped that dinner out if you have to, if you need to, because you don't have anything in your bank, or you don't have any savings left. Every single thing you've done previously, or like you've done earlier in your life, what you are, what you have, what the position that you are in right now is basically a result of the decisions that you've made. And it's, of course, it's not gonna be like we don't want to go back and we don't want to dig on the past. But then again, this is my 2 cents. Don't come after people around you. Don't come after everybody around you. If you're so screwed up right now, because there's so many people that were screwed, but they never come off. They never come for people that they cannot help, that cannot help them. This is just a reality check that you may want to contemplate in. If you're one of those people who feel rage about your government right now, maybe the one who shall rethink your life choices. And are you being responsible of your own destiny? Let me know in the comments below if you agree with me, or if not, tell me in the comments why you don't. Just remember, always take into account what reality is. Be honest to yourself and recognize the possibilities. Until next time, keep being a realist.